All right, we're live. Welcome back. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers there who represented on Father's Day, especially those who represent every day, not just for that one day. Uh, this is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of your middle class millionaires. And today, in the middle class millionaire in the live stream today, we're going to cover our mindset with the ABC 123 mindset. Once again, share. Make sure you share with your people. Make sure you share with everyone, and you can catch the replays on YouTube, as well as my website. That's middleclassmillionaire.pw. You just click on live hangouts. All the live hangouts there. Don't even worry about the ClickBank stuff I got going on the first page. You'll see all the ClickBank stuff pop up. That's just a WordPress setting to get ClickBank views going, right? So you just go click on live hangouts. You can see all the streams from the past times, right? So now tonight we're going to talk about something that just happened, the Cavalier tale, if you may. They talked about the setback, setup, come up. Hopefully I can reach my notes without disturbing Manny. So I'm gonna try to slide one of my hands out so I get my notes close by. There we go. He's snoring now. So I called it the calf's tail, right? The setback, setup, come up. Now that also happens to be while you're in business. You have setbacks, you have setups, you have come ups. And if you don't know the format by now, what we do here on the ABC 123 business mindset training with the middle class millionaires is we give you the ABC on Monday. So that's the ABC. The A is setback, the B is set up, and the C is come up. So on Mondays, we cover them. We cover all three ABC, and then we give you a brief definition of them. So that's how we cover them. And then we also show you how it applies to business. And tonight, I'm going to give you the bonus of a real life example talking about the Cavaliers. And then on tomorrow, which is Tuesday, we take the first one, which is the A. We take that one and we define a 1, 2, 3 principle that you could apply to what you're doing, right? You can apply it to what you're doing, or you can apply it to get out what you're doing. So Wednesday is study hall. We go and we study. We study books. So we take a book. It's a book study. Let me move these other books out the way. We do the book study, and we're doing chapter 4, Eric Worre, GoPro, right? 7 steps to becoming a professional network marketer. So we're going to cover chapter 4 this coming Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to cover letter B, which is set up. We're going to give you 1, 2, 3 tangible ways with the setup. And then we're going to do on Friday, we're going to talk about the come up. That's 1, 2, 3 ways to apply the come up to what you're doing, right? So I know you only see the back of Manny's head. Got the swoosh going on back there. So A, B, and C. Cavalier tail. Setback. Should we cover the definitions first, or should we cover? Yeah, let's cover definitions, and I'll show you how that applied to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Finally, they have a championship in that part of their land, right? So we have letter A, setback. Setback, known as a reversal of the process. That's the brief definition of setback. That's a reversal or stoppage of the process. That's a setback. That means you're not moving forward. You're not going forward. You're not moving forward. You're not failing forward. You're having a setback. So that brings us to B, set up. Set up It's the process of making something ready to be used. The process of making something ready to be used. And then C, come up. Come up is C in the Urban Dictionary. Listen to me now. In the Urban Dictionary, it says a bargain or a bargain item that has a higher value. So that's like, now, maybe one day, or maybe, hey, not even one day, I can tell you right now, what I'm doing right now, one of the people I follow, Grant Cardone, he would charge you for this. It would probably be like $49. It would be in a package as one of the bonuses. But he would charge you for what I'm giving you right now for free. It would probably be $49. Believe me, I done bought like 3 or 4 packages from this man. They all have high value stuff in them. But he charge about $49 or more. He would say, "Oh, this is a $1,800 value worth of stuff." Or just like the card on you is $18,000, and now they're giving it away for a couple thousand. But to corporations, they make them pay $18,000, right? So when you get it for $1,000, or if you're a veteran and you get card on you for free, that's a come up. That's in the Urban Dictionary. That's a come up. But the Webster Dictionary say it's the process to rise, the process to come near, or the process to make an approach. So let's get through this real fast, folks. We're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers and what happened. We all know they had plenty of setbacks. They failed time and time again. They didn't get a championship time and time again. They had a setback when LeBron left. They had setbacks last year with Kyrie Irving going down, Kevin Love going down. They had setbacks, right? A reversal of the process, a stoppage in the process. They felt like they probably could have beat the Warriors last year, right? They felt like they could have did it, but they had a setback. 2 of the pieces that they brought in just to bring the championship to Cleveland, to Northeast Ohio, was hurt. They said, all right, we got Kevin Love, we have Kyrie, we have LeBron back in the saddle, we ready for a championship. They thought they had the setup, but the setup that they had was not available when it came to championship time last year. So we talk about the setback. Kevin Love was hurt last year. Kyrie Irving was hurt last year. Another player, I'm just going to throw his. Derrick Rose been hurt, right? But Kevin Love did something that we kind of expected to come, which I'm going to get more into on tomorrow. But the setback. Kevin Love being hurt last year did not affect him during the season. He didn't get hurt he wasn't really hurt during the season, but him getting hurt that put him out the playoffs last year, yes, that was a setback. And if you could tell in this playoff how timid he was for the contact and everything, except for a couple of times. But he was timid based off the fact that last year this time, now it's running through his mind that, hey, I wasn't in this position last year because I was hurt. And he was playing scared because he was hurt last year. Believe me, I do it myself. I've been doing it I don't know if you guys know, but I started playing baseball again. And I hurt myself playing baseball before I stopped playing. My last time playing baseball, I hurt my arm and I had some nerve damage and I was having involuntary motion. So I didn't have control of my left arm, my pitching arm. So I hurt myself and I was twitching and everything. I could not control the twitch in my left arm because my nerve damage. So that eventually subsided. They said, don't even do it no more. And now when I go out to pitch, I think about it from time to time. I don't pitch my hardest. I try to pitch strikes to let my teammates do the work, but I don't turn it up. I don't try to turn it up the way I would normally do, based off the fact that, hey, I like not having to sit there and my hand be jumping or shaking uncontrollably because of an injury. So I don't push myself as much as I should. I was just happy to get back into the game. And once I get over that setback, I'm sure I'll probably be great enough to be Hall of Fame status, right? That's what I'm hoping. So the setbacks. Kevin Love had a setback last year, and it still was setting him back this year because of fear. He was scared to play the game of basketball, something he probably played most of his life because of that shoulder injury last year. And you could tell he was playing scared. He was happy to be in the position he was in, but LeBron called him out on that. And then we talk about the setup. They set this up before. They had Kyrie. They had Kevin Love. They had LeBron James. They felt like we have the setup to be to have a championship team. And Kyrie busted his kneecap. But you can tell this year he wasn't thinking like Kevin Love. He wasn't thinking about that setback from last year. He said he going forwards. And then they was like, oh, Kevin Love and Kyrie was hurt last year. So the setup that they had in place, because remember we said setup, the process of making something ready to be used. They couldn't use the setup that they had because those two players were unavailable last year. That they had to do it with the other pieces and not with the pieces they used to set up to put them in this position, right? Which brings us to Comeup. This year, their big three, Kyrie, LeBron, and Kevin Love, that setup that was in place is now working, right? So they had so that made them have a come up this year, a come up to be the NBA champions, right? So there you have it. That's the Cavalier story. But what's your story? What's your story when it comes to your business? Now, many people, like I tell you about Formula 409, they failed 408 times. That's a lot of setbacks. I failed in business plenty of times. That's a lot of setbacks. Made a lot of mistakes and bad decisions. That's a lot of setbacks, right? But what am I doing to set up? What am I setting up to be used in the future? Right? And then I started setting my own self back by making worse decisions, by trying to do more instead of let me go ahead and bring this in and make the proper setup. That's why we're doing these live streams. Become professionals. They said 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional. I got to take steps to become a daycare providing professional. We got to set professional standards when we have our setbacks. So our setup need to be professionalism. If you're a janitor, you better find out the best dry mopping or whatever it's called, swap mop, whatever that mopping technique is called. You better learn it. You better have that mopping technique down pat. If you are the garbage man, you better have, what's your setup? What's the process that you have in place to make it more efficient, right? So that's what we're talking about the setup. Something going on. My connection got weak over here on Facebook, right? They're talking about set it up. What did you set up? What's the process? What process are you taking to make yourself ready to be used? What process are you making? It says the process of making something. Let's make that something you. The process of making yourself ready to be used in any capacity needed to move your business, to the corporation of Me Inc. I Incorporations, you know, Mind Capital, whatever you want to call it. You got to make your own company up. You need it and you deserve it. So set it up, because you can't. What they say, what, field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. Make your field of dreams. Build up yourself. You need to build yourself up in order to be used. I could want a Whopper all day, but if I'm in the McDonald's drive-thru, I can't get a Whopper because it's not set up for that, right? So now we're talking about the come up in business. It says the process to rise, the process to come near, the process to make an approach. It's a process, folks. It's a process. The process. Did you hear the common theme throughout all the definitions? The reversal of a process. The process of making something ready to be used. The process to rise. The process to come near. And the process to make an approach. If you're going to be on a come up, you got to be going through the process. You got to rise through the rankings. You got to get near to the top. You got to get near your prospects. You got to make an approach. You got to make an approach to your goals. Right? So setback, set up, come up. Don't worry about the cavalier's tail. What's your tail going to be? Are you going to sit there and let that setback send you further down the chain, or send you deeper into the pot like the crabs do? Hold on to you tight so you could steam up too? Or are you going to start setting stuff up? Because once you set it up, it might not happen in a day. It might not happen in a week. It might not even happen in a few years. But what are you building now is going to ensure you'll come up in the future. I don't know how many videos I've made on so many different profiles, but I plan on continuing to make videos. That's my setup. I'm enlarging my footprint because I want the world to know. The world. Next children's book I bring out. I was upset that my first book, it was top seller. Yes. Everybody said, be proud. You're top seller. I was like, I'm number 5. Second book, oh man, you should be pumped. 2 books in a row that made the top seller list on Amazon. Yeah, but this one was number 7. My first one was 5, and this one is 7. I gotta stay going. I got to keep moving forward. I gotta be ready for my come up. Now I want to get into books about what we're talking about now, business mindset. And when I make my next children's book, I want to be ready for the come up and think about strategies, not just for the next book, but for the next 4 to 5 books. Because when I come up with these books, when these books come out and they come up, the final product, when all the books are out, when all the first volume of books are out, I'll be looking forward to that come up. But with that being said, folks, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to do it while looking for something. Everything you do is not going to get you back the reward that you want. It's not going to be monetary. It's not going to be that come up. It might be reciprocation. So it might not be up or down. It might just be the same. You might receive something on the same level if you receive anything, because what did Travis Green say? He said, all things are working for my good. That's what he said in his song of Intentional. It says all things are working for my good. Because everybody want to try to tell you that things are bad, that karma or what goes around comes around, all that good stuff. Why don't you put good things around so good things will come back? So that's it for me, folks. This is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of the middle class millionaires. Be sure to join us on tomorrow when we cover the 1, 2, 3 for Setback, when we talk about the reversal of the process, and we're going to give you some tangible steps in order to reverse that process, whether it be in business or whether it just be in your life direction. Make sure you watch the replays at middleclassmillionaire.pw/live hangouts. Make sure you share. Make sure you follow us on all social media. And if you're not yet part of the Middle Class Millionaire Facebook group, make sure you join us. The Team for Millionaires on Facebook. Get with the like-minded individuals that's just like you, right? Make sure you participate. And for myself and for Manny, let's see if we can see him. See if I can get him turn his head before we go bye-bye. Maybe not pacify. So he could be documented too. So when he see this, when he turn 15, 16 years old, can't get him. So this is Mr. Aaron and Manny from the House of Aaron. We are part of the Middle Class Millionaires. We say we thank you for coming out. We say be confident, be smart, be fruitful, and multiply. And when you start, you don't stop. You have to be consistent until you achieve your goals. Good night, good morning. See you on the next call.